Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more Cosmoteer. So I added some more ships. We're working a lot better now. At least on this lower difficulty, I'm able to kind of hold my own. I do have a diamond smelter going now. And I have bought the ability to build the tri-still and the processors. But I need like 20 diamonds to be able to build those two. Um, Luckily, I don't need, like, I have everything else I think I need. I'll need to get this thing kind of moving eventually so that I can make the hypercoils I need. But I should be able to get all that stuff going. I'm picking up copper. I'm looking for carbon. I'm able to actually do a little bit of fighting and survive. I The big ship is basically everything wants to shoot the big ship in the face. Um, Go figure, right? It's the big ship. It's the scary one. So what I've done is this is an effigy that I found, and the effigy I made some small alterations to it. I put slightly larger engines on the back of it. Speaking of which, can I get the other engines? No, I didn't buy the bigger engines. Um, so the I may buy the large engines. I may replace these two back engines with large engines. And the reason I want to do that is that this thing I want to be pure speed. Um, and the reason I'm going to do that is I want to run it around, and I'm going to have it basically just uh, jump on the back end of the guys that I decide that I want to go shoot in the face. And once I do that, I want to have him take out the control room. It seems to be working really well so far. So now I have him in a formation, um, and so I'm starting to learn a little bit more about the game, trying to pick out the little stuff in it. I don't need carbon. Hyperion probably would be helpful. Um, oh, that's gonna get. Are you gonna figure that out? You're just gonna keep running into it. You'll eventually figure it out. I'm okay for iron right now. As you see in the main ship, I have quite a bit of iron laying around. I do have an extra bit of copper laying around also. I need to probably work on getting some more larger reactors. I may have to kind of expand this thing out a little bit so that I can get more room in here. Just because the whole manufacturing area, it just needs some power. Okay, are you still? Are you figured it out finally? All right, I'm glad. So the idea with this guy is, like I said, is to get pretty much as much speed as I can into him, so that when I do engage somebody, which hopefully I will be doing here shortly, but when I do engage somebody, uh, I have these two guys go to off to either side, and then I have the uh, the effigy basically run to the back. And then, in the grand scheme of things, the plan there is to have the two on the sides kind of distract them for a second. We'll have one in the back swing around, take out the command center, and then the big ship in the front is basically a large flow distraction, where they want to fire at the flagship, right? Um, Trying to take out the admiral. And in the process, I'm gonna put a bunch of shields on it. I'll put the big weapons on it, and basically use that to take out their main cannons. Hopefully, so it doesn't cause too much damage to myself, and at the same time be able to hopefully pour the ship quickly to get as much salvage as I can from it. Because the more salvage you get, the better off you are. At least that's my idea plan. We'll find out if it works for me or not. But we'll do that. So I played for a little bit last night. I'm still in the starting area, so I'm still kind of really in an easy area. So in the grand scheme of things, I am still low on people. I'm trying to get my fame up a little bit. I'm running around doing the pirate missions. As you can see, I'm starting to clear the pirate missions out. We're going to go run up here to this guy. I'm just going to kind of follow this along. And specifically, I'm looking for carbon and copper. So if I find carbon or copper, I will be scrapped, and I will go grab those because I need the copper so I can get this thing running. Even though I don't know why it's not actually being turned on. I think my porters are kind of. Does it tell me how many people are in there? Doesn't tell me how many people are in there. So people are. I'm putting my guns kind of maintained because, well, all right. So it looks like they're finally getting a little bit of power to it. So eventually we'll get some power to it. We're going to slowly work our way up here. Just kind of following this line here. So mostly looking for copper and carbon. There's a carbon over there. See what that does. All right. So that way it'll give us a little bit more carbon. I think it's like 20 carbon per diamond. So I need a lot of carbon. So eventually we'll kind of find it. And we need a crap ton of copper too. We just use so much of both of those. And the trick here is to be able to get the pieces of manufacturing that I need to kind of build my own ships and not have to worry about it. I did go back into my old save also. A game from when I played when the game first came out. Let's see if we go in here. I think I can go to build mode, go to ship editor, replace existing. This is a manufacturing base that I was basically building to be able to build everything. And then this is basically the model. This is a Model S that I upgraded and put laser cannons on. And then this is actually a pirate base that I stole. It's great fun. So I may try to build some sort of like the manufacturing base. The manufacturing base is really slow, but once you get enough people on it and kind of get it moving, it does fairly well. It kind of can make whatever we need, and it's not fast by any stretch of the imagination, but it doesn't need to be fast. It's something that you just kind of you send your attack in, and then once you kind of get your attack fleet in, then you can get in afterwards and either bring resources out to it with like a hauler, or you bring you bring the base in and have it clean stuff out if you really need to. My radar keep kicking on and off. I don't have enough people, and that's really what my problem is I don't have enough people to kind of run this ship effectively, and I'm more worried right now about keeping my uh, kind of keeping the guns and the shields running than I am so much about keeping the manufacturing running, because that's a good way to get shot in the face is to keep your manufacturing going at the detriment of your defenses. So we look like we're doing okay. We're starting to kind of get some power into some of these things. We could definitely use a lot more carbon. All right, so we'll go up here to the target area. We'll go see. All right, so there we found some guy. Control A, and I should be able to just do that. No. So that if I do this, it will automatically set up my guys to where I want them. The effigy should. So they should just pair off and just full bore. So he's still kind of coming after my main guy. So what I'm gonna do is then once I get a sight of him, I'm going here. I'm gonna find his cockpit, and I'm gonna tell these guys to shoot him in the cockpit. And then hopefully they'll get around there and do that before he causes too much damage to anything. So then we'll go ahead. We'll repair that couple of bits there. No repair, a little bit of repair there, and a couple of repair there. So we lose a couple of coils, we lose a couple of fill bars. So now, unfortunately, once you kind of do that, you lose your that. So we'll just go here. We'll go formation. We'll tell her to get back in formation. So that way it brings everybody closer. And then this guy here, I don't remember what guns he had. But I don't really need another ship right now. So what I'm going to do is basically select just my main guy here, but turn him sideways. I did put mining drills on both sides. We'll go pick up all our fat loots. I probably could get away with not picking up all the fat loots, and probably be perfectly fine. Start to skip some stuff. But I figure at this point, if I get too much of something, I'll just sell it. Do that, get a little bit more copper. Hopefully that will eventually start turning those things out. We still need a crap load of carbon. Pause that while the mission or that speeds up. I was looking to see if there was more carbon, but there wasn't. I need carbon. At least copper. We've been having trouble with copper for a very long time, so it's good that I'm running to some copper. Because you just use so many coils. We'll go over there and get that guy. You're just gonna wiggle on that. That's what you're doing today. You thought that was the good plan. All right, how long are you gonna stay there? Oh, you eventually figured it out. That's fine. A little bit more copper. So it'd be great to have some carbon. But this is a new asteroid field. So let's go in here. Let's go find out if we can find anything fun in here. Oh, I lied. I got distracted by copper. I distracted by copper. And if nothing else, I'll start working on trying to get maybe some sort of base or something. I need to build a base or something to store things so that I can um, uh, make my attack ships better. If you are watching and you're hanging out and you have an idea or you have a ship that you really like and you do have it uploaded to Steam, let me know. I will look at them. I'll look and see if we can bring stuff in. Like I said, the whole ship design thing, my mind is about factories and building and trying to get things moving and stuff like that. Um, so the actual artistic design sometimes I don't do as well. So it trying to find artistic stuff, it's that my mind just doesn't work that way sometimes. Sometimes I get inspired and I'll do really well. But a lot of times I build ramps. Uh, so I'm trying to get better at it. It's one of those things that it just some people's minds just work differently, and so a lot of times. But at the same time, I don't want to just go in and just start. Well, let's see what ships we can pull off the Steam Workshop. And, I do want to do some building, and I want to do some learning myself also. We will eventually slowly work through. All right, see if we get distracted by shinies again. I'm guessing. I'm guessing we're probably going to get distracted by shinies. I get distracted a lot. All right, come on. We'll got some copper there. Should have a good amount of copper in here too, probably. Some of these may actually just be just be uh, turrets. You can get stuck on that. You're just gonna stay there today. You'll eventually figure it out, maybe. All right, so let's get you firing at that, you firing at that, and you firing at that. You know what? You fire at that too. All right, easy peasy. Go ahead and move all these guys up here. Anybody hurt? Nope, nobody's hurt. We'll go ahead and get into our recovery operation. You know what? While we're doing recovery operations, while we are doing recovery operations, three quarters. Oh, this may hurt or not. Trying to see if that thing. It has guns, or it has engines. It made. What are these? Oh, these are just small cannon platforms. Eh. They were large or like medium or just regulars or something. I may have grabbed them. It's probably just another cannon platform up here. So we'll go ahead and have this guy do recovery on this. Come on. Problem is I don't have enough crew. I need to get more fame so I can get more crew. Scared me for a second. I thought that asteroid was a ship coming in. Oh, there's carbon too. I figure we'd have a little bit of damage from that. Really not much damage though. Get everything kind of repaired up. All right. So I set a default so that they kind of run around different sides. Let's send this guy up here. That's another one of these. Oh, these are standard cannons. Were these standard cannons down here? Yeah, those were small, but these are standard. This might hurt more. Please shoot him in the cockpit. The trick is also is getting them spread out like that. It's going to try to figure out who to shoot at, and they're all going to kind of spin around it and start freaking doing very mean things to it. Now these are standard cannons. Oh, it's a small platform, but they're standard cannons. I may actually capture that just to having a small cannon platform like that may not be a bad thing. That's better than me having to build it. But the question is do I want that or do I want to build something similar and then just make it lasers? I'll probably just do lasers. I like lasers. So that's the other thing too, is a question of do we want to go lasers or do we want to go so in here in the build mode, for build mode, we do have the ion beams. So we have ion beams and prism lasers, or we have rail guns. So it's really going to be a question of whether I think rail guns, in the grand scheme of things, I think rail guns are well, they were super overpowered and probably the best weapon in the game. That was back when they came out. The trick with railguns is if you get hit in the railgun, it's not good. It's a great way to split your ship in half. And the building railguns is its own special trick, trying to get things in and trying to get it going. And so I will kind of leave that up until I decide. Eventually, I'm just going to work towards opening all of the research and not really worried about. We'll open all the cannons. We'll open everything because if we do have people that want to or want to build different ships and do things like that, it's better to have an idea of kind of what's out there. I may be running out of storage space. I may end up having to take over that thing just to have it because I'm out of storage space. But that's not going to stop me from going down here and getting this carbon. Because yeah, I need a lot of carbon right now. So I do have. It looks like 5, 6 of these guys. So that's very helpful. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get enough diamonds. I need 12 to do that one. I need 8 to do this one. So I'll be able to, hopefully here shortly, I'll be able to do the tri-still smelter, which that's a bunch of tri-still that I have. I need to smelt down. So we're gonna run up here. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go transfer crew resources, small cannon platform. It says it can take 8. I'm gonna transfer. I'm gonna transfer like 2 people out there. Oh, no airlock. Okay. Oh, we have no airlock. Oh, this thing doesn't have an airlock on it to begin with at all. That's gonna slow you down. Let's see. We need 1 more diamond for tri-still. It looks like I'm building one. Then the next trick is to figure out where I'm going to put tri-still. The problem is no matter where I put it, it's going to be bad. So what I'm going to do, let's do this. This is a bad idea. So I'm going to go into build mode. I am going to Control X. Actually, I'm going to hit the selector tool. Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut this entire back off. I'm going to hit Control. Then I'm going to build me a corridor. And I'm going to Control V it. And I'm going to put all that stuff back on. So once I do that, then I'll be able to put my tri-still in. Right here, hopefully. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Still get all that stuff built back in, so that way we have a passageway to get down there again. As right now, they can't get down there because there's no way to get down there to put power back in these things. So I still need more hypercoils. So we're still working on that. So this will give me a little bit more room back here. And then, so eventually my processor can go like over here someplace. And then Tristel can go like right here. And if I really need to, I can get a little bit more storage. Spoiler alert, I'm going to need to fit that way. Well, and the problem is too is like this is all reserved for hypercoils. This is all reserved for diamonds. So it won't put anything else in there. So I should be able to pick everything up now. I got a bunch of more ammo that I picked up at some point that I need to go sell. Speed up the old salvage operation here. All right, let's try this again. Still need another diamond for the tri-skill. Soft copper over here. What is this? Get all these guys kind of over here where they're safer. A little bit more copper because I have enough stuff already stuffed into my ship. Let's get some more things going. Probably need to run in, at least sell off. Probably keep a lot of this stuff. I need to sell this ammo off. It's garbage. I probably shouldn't have picked it up. So I still need some more carbon. Everybody back into formation. Come on, perfect. Oh, let's keep it. All right, so I'm pretty much now in the position that I need to find carbon. If I don't find carbon, like even copper, I probably shouldn't pick up any copper for a bit. I need carbon. Need carbon. Uranium, which is great. And eventually, at some point in the future, I'll come back, clean all of this stuff out. That'll be great. Not seeing carbon. All right, back into the asteroid belt. Got copper. Copper. Oh, there's a carbon. We will gladly take the carbon. And the carbon, they should. Oh no, they're not. They don't put it in the all. I think they have to load it into the storage bin and then eventually put it in there. I think we may have enough build our tri-skill. Efficient hypercoil. You guys still got enough copper? Build the hypercoils. This at this rate, I'll end up building copper. The problem is like I'm gonna need copper. I know I'm gonna need copper. Uh, but having too much copper on in the ship right now, it's not helping. So we'll send those guys up there to kind of slow him down for a second because he'll hopefully turn on them and hoping they'll run up there and catch him. Go catch him. Slow him down. There he goes. What are you? 2 standard cannons. So, and then that worked really well. They just run around behind him and just start beating the crap out of him. And he goes, "Oh, there's a big guy. Let me go get him." And it does not end well for him. You take a little bit of damage because those guys do not have shields on them. They don't have. Uh, they're pretty much just. They're just harassers. They're not meant to really. They're not really meant to do much. And we'll completely fill up our inventory again with useless stuff. I probably should have went for hypercoils only. Let's disable all. Let's go to hypercoils only. There's one hypercoil. Definitely get the awards, get the processors, definitely get that. Tri-still is good. Always take the uranium. the problem is I just don't have, these guys aren't, I don't know if I just don't have enough dudes and they're not moving things out, because this guys just aren't. Dang it. Yeah, so the hypercoil it's full, and they're not pulling these things out for some reason. Let me try dudes. I think the green guys here. Edit roles, drop priorities. So the green guys should be moving. Should be here. Yeah, so they're just the coil factory. But that's supply stuff to it, isn't it? See if I can get them to get stuff out of there faster. Okay, so now they're actually pulling those out. So basically, what I need them to do is, the green guys are basically my movers. So I'm still kind of learning how I want them to do things. At some point, I'm gonna have to go through and kind of really just dig into how all that stuff works. But at least now we can start producing our hypercoils and getting them out, because that's the problem is they're not getting things out. And this bunk room, their job is to basically make sure the manufacturing stuff is moved. Because at least with that, now I can start clearing some of this copper out, and then I can pick up more stuff. So we'll do this. We're going to enable all. We're going to gather everything again. And probably what I'm going to do is at some point, let's see. Well, actually, let's try this. We're almost good. We need four more chunks. So I need them to figure out how to get 4 more pieces of copper. And then once I get the 4 more pieces of copper into that building, then we'll get our hypercoils. Because I have all the carbon I need, they don't know how to put it in there. I think they were gathering stuff. Come on. I'm just gonna sit here until you guys figure it out. All right, there you go. There's our tri-steel manufacturer there. So now I don't have a location for tri-steel to be stored. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna go to this button instead. I don't have any tri-steel made yet. I gotta make this building first. I always like having a location to store the item. It just makes sure that like I can process and keep more of it. Even though I may have quite a bit of tri-steel here that I could probably store. I don't know how much tri-steel I actually need. So maybe we'll leave it without a storage location. We'll just deal with a 4 here for now. here soon, I'm sure I'll need to put something over there. Go ahead, pick that stuff up. And we are massively over time. So I'm having a lot of fun. I'm starting to figure it out. I'm starting to get a little bit better at the game. Trying to figure out what we need to do and how we need to do it. In between this and tomorrow, I'm gonna probably it's going to be the search for carbon. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So if you do like the Cosmoteer stuff, go ahead, make sure you like this. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have ideas for different names for some of our ships. Let me know those too. Um, and then probably and then if you like factory like shipbuilding games like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I got a couple more ideas for different games I want to play. Ones that I have and I never really got into very much because time constraints. So I'll be starting those here soon. So with that, you guys be safe and we'll talk to you next time.